Let's talk about peer review for a minute, what it is, who's doing the reviewing, why it's important, etc. First of all, the definition of peer review is the evaluation of scientific, academic, or professional work by others working in that same field. Peer review involves subjecting the author's scholarly work and research to the scrutiny of other experts in the same field to check its validity and evaluate its suitability for publication. The major advantage of a peer-reviewed process is that peer-reviewed articles provide a trusted form of scientific communication. Since scientific knowledge is cumulative and builds on itself, this trust is particularly important. Peer review is intended to serve two primary purposes. Firstly, it acts as a filter to ensure that only high-quality research is published, especially in reputable journals, by determining validity, significance, and originality. Secondly, peer review is intended to improve the quality of manuscripts that are deemed suitable for publication. Peer reviewers provide suggestions to authors on how to improve the quality of their manuscripts and also identify any errors which need correcting. Peer review encourages authors to strive to produce high-quality research that will advance the field. Peer review also supports and maintains integrity and authenticity in the advancement of science. A scientific hypothesis or statement is generally not accepted by the academic community unless it has been published in a peer-reviewed journal. The Institute for Scientific Information, ISI, only considers journals that are peer-reviewed. Peer review is a well-established process which has been part of the scientific community for over 300 years, bro. So who are these people that are doing the reviewing? Well, peer reviews are conducted by scientific experts with specialized knowledge on the content of that subject. On average, a reviewer will conduct approximately 8 reviews per year. Journals will often have a pool of reviewers with diverse backgrounds to allow for many different perspectives. Let me say that again. Journals will often have a pool of reviewers with diverse backgrounds to allow for many different perspectives. They will also keep a rather large reviewer bank so that reviewers don't get burnt out, overwhelmed, or time constrained from reviewing multiple articles simultaneously. It's also important to point out that peer reviewers are wide-ranging, not connected by any particular ideology or religion, are from different countries, ethnic backgrounds, cultures, etc. It's not like a little group of people all sitting in a room, all agreeing with each other and trying to progress forward some hidden agenda. Nah, that's not how it works, bro. Moreover, the peer-reviewed process, pay attention, the peer-reviewed process is usually blind, which means that the reviewers do not receive any information about the identity of the authors who are submitting their work. Anyone making claims that don't stand up to peer review should not be taken seriously. Any extraordinary claim requires extraordinary evidence. There needs to always be checks and balances because iron sharpens iron. Without peer review, there would be no form of checks and balances. Made up findings, conspiracy theories, hoaxes, etc. that do not have proven scientific basis can be very dangerous and lead to terrible outcomes. These dangerous conclusions, recommendations, and erroneous scientific findings can not only harm a large number of people, but also be detrimental to the progression of society, science, medicine, technology, etc. in the future. Let me give you an example. When this coronavirus first came out, what did you see? You've seen a lot of YouTube, Afrocentric, lunatic, fucks, conspiracy theory fucks, peddling this nonsense that melanin protects people from the coronavirus and that black people cannot contract the coronavirus. So what did this do? Well, because these people have a shit ton of followers, because they have, thousands of people watching their live and their streams and shit, well, black people started believing this shit. And what did they do? They didn't do social distancing. They didn't listen to any of the guidelines or recommendations. They just went out and did what the fuck they thought was fine because they couldn't get sick, because they thought they were protected. Well, let me tell you, a lot of those people got sick. And a lot of those people fucking died, man. So, this nonsense is very, very dangerous. Peer review also has a number of other functions. For example, it can guide decisions about grants and medical funding. It can have wide-reaching tentacles that can affect the stock market, insurance companies, research funding, people's overall perspectives, etc. You see, the 1% of the fringe, the 1% of the fringe lunatics are the 1% for a fucking reason, bro. The 99% of logical, reasonable people have put them in their fucking place, and that's where they'll stay. They will go down in history as a laughingstock, and any information that they produced will be a fucking joke. But here's the good thing. Here's the good thing, lunatics. The 99% isn't some exclusive Illuminati club of masked rich men who live in the Hollywood Hills and drink blood. Nah. They will actually allow the 1% to prove their case. If the 1% can prove their claims and that the claims can stand up to scrutiny. The problem is, man, they fucking can't. Let me point out something for the people who believe in these conspiracy theory loons and believe in claims that can't pass peer review. Not only are you fucking insane, but you're inconsistent and truly don't even believe the shit that comes out your own mouth, man. For example, on one hand, you might say that you think that the earth is flat. But on the other hand, you wouldn't let your family get on an airplane that has mechanics, engineers, and pilots who peddled some new way to fly which didn't pass FAA standards, regulations, or guidelines. The reason is because you know it's shit. The reason is because you know it's dangerous. The reason is because you know it don't have checks and balances. You wouldn't let Brother Polite, Sonetta, or young Pharaoh perform brain surgery on your child. You wouldn't let Alex Jones give your mom open heart surgery. You wouldn't let Umar Johnson pilot a space expedition with you to the moon. Fuck no, you wouldn't. No one would because they aren't experts, bro. Not only are they not experts on brain surgery, heart surgery, or moon expeditions, they aren't experts in any of the shit that they fucking talk about. They are nothing more than fringe lunatics who trick an intellectually defunct YouTube audience. None of the shit that they talk about or peddle to the gullible, guppy, weak-minded fucks could pass through any rigorous, scientific, peer-reviewed process. And that's a fact, Jack. They're pseudo-crackpot hack jobs who prey on the gullible, weak-minded, and uneducated. And that's how they really end, bro. They would be laughed out of any room with real scientists or real intellectuals. They're a joke. Peer-reviewed checks and balances are very, very important. I can't stress that enough. Without them, anyone can make up any random shit or come up with any absurd hypotheses that they want. Saying anything they want to get people on board. This is very dangerous again, bro. You wouldn't let anyone, you wouldn't let just anyone do a vasectomy on you who was in the 1% and their ideas didn't pass beyond any peer review. Fuck no. Because you don't want someone fucking up your balls, bro. So if you don't want someone fucking up your balls, you should also not want someone fucking up the world. You should care about the world the same way you care about your balls. This conspiracy theory needs to stop, man. But I understand it. I get it. I understand it, okay? People like romanticizing shit that sounds good. I would like to believe in Batman too. I would like to believe that I'm Batman. You know why? Because it sounds good. I'd like to romanticize some shit too. I'd like to believe that Harry Potter can shoot pumpkins or some shit out of a little cannon and turn people into witches. You know why? Because I'd like to romanticize shit too. I would like to believe that there's some lizard people that live underneath the White House. But you know what the problem is? Me's a grown-up. Me has a fucking brain, bro. Me's an adult. And you need to be an adult too. You need to be responsible. This is what I say at the end, man. Submit your work to peer review or shut the fuck up, bro. It's that simple. You're dangerous. I see you soon, man. I am the Atheist Killer. Don't forget to check out Theistic Essentialism online, and I hope you're staying safe. Until the next time, man, I love you. I see you, bro. I'm out. Peace.